What's up, guys? Dude1940 here. We are back with another episode of our Let's Talk NHL series. And in this video, I want to talk about the Eastern Conference Final series between the New York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tonight, what a game it was. Game 3, New York Rangers against the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa. The Tampa Bay Lightning win in overtime 6-5. One of the highest scoring playoff games I've seen out of the Rangers in a while. But yeah, the title of this video and the big question is, can the New York Rangers stop the Tampa Bay Lightning and all of their offense? I mean, that's the big thing between the two teams. The Rangers, you can say they have the better goaltending and the better defense, but when it comes to offense, the Lightning just seem to have them beat. In this game, the Rangers were able to respond with 5 goals, but the Lightning still scored 6, and I mean, that's the big thing. The Lightning, they've got such a nice offensive core, and that triplets line with Tyler Johnson, Nikita Kucherov, and Andre Palat. I mean, Jesus, Tyler Johnson leads the entire playoffs in goals and points. That line is just tearing it up. I think they combined for like 7 points or something like that tonight, something crazy like that. But yeah, they're tearing it up. I mean, the Rangers, they're one of the best defensive teams in the NHL, and Lundqvist is one of the best goaltenders in the NHL. And the Lightning are just tearing through them like they're nothing. 12 goals in the last 2 games, Game 2 and Game 3. But something positive to look at if you're a New York Rangers fan is, if you're on that side of things, is that they scored 5 goals this game. It was at least competitive. Game 2 wasn't even competitive at all. The Rangers were in it in the first period. They kept tying it. It was 2-2 at one point. And then the Lightning just ran away with it. But in this game, the Rangers went up 2-0. This is kind of the opposite. The Rangers were up 2-0. They scored a little over a minute into the game. Derek Brassard with the power play goal. And then Jesper Foss made a nice move on the breakaway and scored to make it 2-0. But then Tampa just came back with 4 straight goals, which really hurt the Rangers. And then they were able to tie it. Jesper Foss scored again, and then Ryan McDonough on the power play tied the game. Then the Lightning struck again with like 4 minutes left and made it 5-4. And then Dan Boyle, who I was given such a hard time all year long, he was able to score in like the last minute and a half or something like that, or last minute, to tie the game and then force overtime. And the Rangers, they were 4-0 in overtime in the playoffs prior to this game. But then Nikita Kucherov just cut right down and just shot right through the defense, like right in the middle of the 2 defensemen, right by Lundqvist. Not the greatest goal, but to let up if you're Lundqvist. It's so hard to see as a Rangers fan, just because, being the defensive team that the Rangers are and that they're known for, and Lundqvist, the goaltender that he is, to see them give up 12 goals in 2 games. I mean, that's unacceptable. That's embarrassing. Yeah, man, the Tampa Bay Lightning. After Game 1, the Rangers in Game 1, they did what they did in the first couple of rounds. They shut down the other team's stars, and they shut down the offense, and they were able to win the game 2-1. They dominated that game. But then in Game 2, the Lightning, their offense just went, they just struck. They came out firing. And then in this game, same exact thing. I thought right off the bat the Rangers were going to have a good game. I really thought the Rangers were going to win this game, especially after they came back and tied it and forced overtime. I thought they'd score in overtime. Of course, that didn't happen. Yeah, the big thing, it seems like, has been for the Rangers, not just this year, but last year too. They're a good first period team, and when they get off to a bad start in the first period, there's not a great chance they're going to come back. In Game 2, when they kept giving up goals in the first period and they were down like 3-2 after the first, I knew they weren't going to be able to win that game, just because, and I hate to say it because that sounds like I didn't have faith that they would win that game, but I felt like they weren't going to win that. Wow, this guy likes to watch the replays, doesn't he? But I just didn't think they were going to come out on top in that game, because they're a great first period team. That's where they get most of their goals, and after they were down already in the first period, that wasn't a good sign. But in this game, or no, further into that, They do great in the first period. They come out, they'll score 2, maybe 3 goals, usually 2 goals. And then the rest of the game, second and third period, they try playing shutdown defense. You know, they play defensively. They try to shut it down. You know, they kind of they lay off a little bit as far as offense. You know, they don't continue to pressure offensively. And then you know, if they're able to get away with it, that's great. You know, if they're able to make it a 2-1 game like they did in game 1. But you know, if you score 2 goals and let up 4 in a row, you know, that's not that's not getting it done. And that's how this game went. And then when their offense does pull through and score 5 goals, they still give up 6. I mean, it's such a rough series to watch as a Rangers fan. You know, seeing them give up this many goals and score that many and still not win. But oh man, what a save by Lundqvist! That's what we need more of, Lundqvist saves. But Ben Bishop, what was wrong with him in this game? I mean, the Rangers only had like 28 shots on goal, and Ben Bishop still gave up 5. You know, it was not a great game defensively or in the net for the Lightning, but again, their offense was enough to win them the game. And that's a big thing, like I said before. Because obviously the series is far from over. It's only 2-1. The Rangers have come back from deficits before. It's not like every game is going to be like this one. The question is, can the Rangers stop the Lightning's offense? You know, the Red Wings are able, for the most part, to stop them. You know, Game 7 was still only a 1-0 game. The Canadians weren't able to stop them. But right now, so far in the Rangers, you know, against the Rangers, it's been a shootout in the last 2 games. So, the question is, you know, will the Lightning continue this dominant offensive play, and can the Rangers weather the storm and make this a series? I mean, not that it isn't a series; it is a series still. But yeah, the Rangers, man, they need to keep the puck out of the net. You know, they're not a team that can score, or they could if they tried, but they're not a team that scores 5 goals every game. So for them to come out and score 5 goals and still lose, that's rough. But God, I hate this guy, man. I hate him. It's so annoying when the guy just like comes down so slow and doesn't move. It's just like, oh my God, I lost him. Oh, Mark Stahl couldn't roof the shot. But yeah, all it takes is one win in Game 4 for the Rangers to get right back into this. You know, the Rangers, they have the home ice advantage. If they can split the Tampa series home and home, and then go back home for Game 5, and both series, both the East and the Western Conference, are both so competitive right now. But in such different ways. You know, the Chicago-Anaheim Game 2, that went to triple overtime, almost 4 overtimes, because the teams just couldn't score because of how good they are defensively. But this series, it's all about who can outscore the other team. At least that's how Games 2 and 3 have gone. I hope that's not how it continues, because if it's a shootout, the Rangers don't usually... They're not usually able to win those. You know, they're not a team that can come out like Tampa and score 6 goals a game every game. You know, they like to, like I said, score 2-3 goals and then shut it down. And they have not been able to do that. They haven't been able to contain the star scoring players of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And you know, the Lightning, I don't know how far this is going to take them. You know, I don't know. At this point, it's up in the air who I think is going to win the series. I thought originally the Rangers had a good chance to win the series. I really thought it could either way. Both series to me are still a coin flip as to who can win it. You know, you can give positives and negatives to both teams. You know, the Lightning, you can say that they can come out and they're a great dominant offensive team, but at the same time, you know, they're not as great defensively in the net. And the Rangers, they're a great defensive team that can score, but they don't score enough, not nearly enough. You know, guys like Marty St. Louis, Rick Nash. Nash only has 2 goals in the playoffs so far. Marty St. Louis, 0 goals in the playoffs so far. Matt Zuccarello being injured really hurts them. Really hurts them. You know, the Rangers had Zuccarello now, with how well they're playing offensively, they'd be so much better. But yeah, the defense is well contributing with points. Guys like Keith Yandel, Dan Boyle, Ryan McDonough, all contributing offensively. You know, the Rangers, they've been playing well. They're getting outscored by Tampa. But if the Lightning do pull this off and do eliminate the New York Rangers, the President's Trophy winners, in the conference final, do the Lightning stand any chance against the Blackhawks or the Ducks? A final I think would be very interesting to see is the Anaheim Ducks against the Tampa Bay Lightning, just because they're two completely different teams. The Anaheim Ducks are more of a defensive team that can score, obviously, with guys like Getzlaf and Perry and Ryan Kessler, but the Tampa Bay Lightning are the complete opposite. They're an offensive team with not the greatest defense. So that would be kind of a battle between offense and defense, which would be pretty interesting to see. Could the Ducks contain the Lightning's offense? Could the Lightning still score? Is this the same guy I'm playing? Or does this guy just like to watch the replays too? I'm not sure. We'll see in a second if this guy does a poke check. Oh, yep, probably same guy. Alright, I want to beat this guy now. I've talked enough about the series. Now I want to focus on the shootout and win this. I don't like this guy at all. And if it's a different guy, I don't like this guy either. So we'll see. Nazem Kadri. Alright, Ben Bishop. Gotta make some saves this game. Oh my god, I just can't stop the puck. It just seems like every shot is just being shot through me. I can't make a save. I am backing off too much. God, man, this guy watching the replays, this is so annoying. It really is. What is he doing during the replays? Actually, watching it? I don't know, man. I think I can wait him out, and then he just keeps backing off and just makes a kick save. Oh, it's so annoying. Phil Kesselman. It feels like there's nothing I can do. There we go. He messed up on that one. He's still watching it. Oh my god, dude. Just press X. Jesus. There we go. Waited him out that time. Yep. Pointing at you. You missed it. Alright. Who is this? I didn't even see who it is. Is this Lupul? Yeah, Joffrey Lupul. How is he doing that? He's just... How does that even work? Usually the goaltender at least tries to make like an autosave, but this guy just walked in and sniped it 5-hole. Hold on a second. I mean, Bishop didn't even move on that one. Oh my god. Alright, well, there does it for the shootouts. I went 1-2, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I went 0-3. I don't even remember the first one. But yeah, so the big question. Can the New York Rangers stop the offense of the Tampa Bay Lightning? It'll be interesting to see. I think the series will go 7. I can't predict who I think will win the series. It's completely up in the air. As a New York Rangers fan, I definitely think it's possible that the Rangers can pull through. I mean, obviously it's only 2-1. It's not like the series is anywhere near over. And from a Lightning point of view, their defense and goaltending, that still is a concern. That means that their offense can't get by the Ranger defense at some point. Their defense and goaltending, they can't really rely on that to win them the game. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. As far as the Western Conference, I mean, that's completely, like, every single game is up in the air. That's such a cool series just because both teams are so evenly matched. Game 1, Anaheim did win 4-1, but it was a very close game. Pretty much the whole way through. Chicago had plenty of opportunities to score and win that game. And then Game 2 was just a battle of will. Game 2, triple overtime. I mean, just such intense games. I wish they didn't start so late. I mean, 9 o'clock. The game didn't end until like 2:30 in the morning or something like that. 3 in the morning. I mean, Jesus, so long, way too long. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.